Today we're going to record me finishing off this electrical panel. So I want people to understand and realize why the electrical panel is my pride and joy. It's the number one thing that people see, so it needs to be a work of art. Because I am not the cheapest electrician in Calgary, but one thing that I stand behind is my work. So with that being said, it's quality always over quantity. Thank you, Curtis, for these magical strippers. Good they didn't make a stripper for 3-wire. That's something I could invent. Now I used a 3-wire here as a home run to pick up the fridge and the dishwasher, and I see a lot of times when I'm doing service calls where they put both of those lines on the same phase, so to speak. I know this isn't only single phase, but if you're putting both of those hots on the same line, you're now putting 30 amps through that neutral wire. And it is not rated for 30 amps, it's only rated for 15. So just something to be careful of out there for my future apprentices. First year electrical though, pretty simple stuff. I don't know why it happens, but it does. Do we need a permit? Oh no, I don't want to pay that extra $150, $200 for a permit. Well then how do you know the stuff's getting done properly? How do you know that they put their heart and soul into it like I do? No? How do you know that? You don't. So you get what you pay for. And if you got that on with a general circuit, a bunch of other stuff throughout the house, it's just going to be nothing but nuisance tripping. So up here I have all the outdoor receptacles because they have to be arc fault and ground fault protected. And those GFCI receptacles don't fit all that well in those stum boxes. When I lived in Yellowknife and finished my apprenticeship off up there, we were not allowed to put ground faults outdoors because of that extreme cold. They would trip. So here we are coming down, looking nice and pretty. These all getting tied in there. Didn't have enough space to do all those ones individually with staples because that looks pretty awesome. And over here on this side we've got 3 coming down. So the neutral bus bar is supposed to be 25 inch-pounds and 3 Newton meters is 26.5. So we're gonna over tighten it by a hair, whatever that works out to. I like using my 12-volt impact for this because it doesn't crush the wire. As long as I'm not, to crush it. So I've done service work on panels and, added circuit breakers and things like that for different jobs. And they had service loops on the ground and the neutrals and all the hots. You shouldn't be putting service loops on the ground. Like, they should be nice and tight in there like that. And the same with the neutrals, because that stuff's never going to move around. Yeah, I get it. A little service loop on the hots isn't a bad thing in case you have to relocate a breaker a little bit. But when I first started, I always went straight in there, because those breakers in my mind are never going to be moving. Like, here's the original stuff I did a couple years ago when I did this service. And at least, like, now it's nice to get in there and work. There's some space to work around. It's not crammed and jammed with stuff. Well, before I was asked to rewire the house, we had a lot of circuits going over to that junction box there in the corner where the old panel used to be. Now some of those are no longer in use, so we're just going to leave those there as spares just in case. So this is the final product here. We're all finished. It was a bit of a doozy. I still haven't labeled it yet, but that's coming last. The left hand side is all done. We got to do the right hand side. And there's my little torque screwdriver there for Wera that I like to use. I did run one over to the other side there instead of using those double arc fault breakers because they are mucho dinero. So I did not go that route. Anyways, it looks pretty darn nice and clean if you ask me. And we'll back out. Thank you so much.